We are chatting to Euan McNicholas. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good, thank you, Tara.
Great to have you on the circuit.
Yeah.
How did you actually get into the game?
So I first started playing poker when I was at university. One of my flatmates was playing, and then I went to the UKSPC, run by Krosner, actually. It was one of my first introductions to poker.
Yeah.
And I met one of my best friends, Chris Maguire, there.
Yeah.
We played a tournament together, and we ended up dropping it. And I was kind of hooked from there. That was it.
The UKSBC had got some great names,
Yeah.
and obviously you guys. Do you still keep in touch with these kind of people?
Yeah, I mean, some of my best friends are people I met in the UKSPC. Chris Maguire, Jack Oliver, Tim Joyner, these people I talk to every day still.
Yeah. Before lockdown, you'd only got like 2 cashes.
Yeah, well,
I
wasn't playing. I was playing very recreationally before lockdown, kind of at university, the odd student game here and there, but never really took it too seriously.
Yeah. Did it help the lockdown?
Yeah, massively. So at the start of lockdown, I lost the job I was doing because it just got shut down. I was working as an outdoor activity instructor.
Yeah.
So that industry was just wiped out, obviously.
Yeah.
And I started playing online during lockdown, and then kind of just all snowballed from there.
Yeah. 2021, obviously, biggest score ever.
Yeah.
At the minute, 165,000 to UKPT.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Can you remember it all?
Patches of it, yeah. It all went past in a blur. I kind of just, for 3 days, ran as hot as the sun.
First time I've seen some excitement from the players. They're on their feet.
Euan, ace 5 to Das, ace jack.
One time.
29% equity to be champion. 29% to be champion. 71%. We double up. Flop time. Oi, oi. Never easy.
Any
10,
4 balls?
3 deuce.
He's in better shape now than he was
4
before.
out of 5 needed. We need to fade a 4 out of 5 to double. A 4 out of 5, there'll be a cheer. Oh my word, the crowd went wild.
So it felt good doing that. Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Was that your first main event or the first series, first season?
Both. It was the first ever like GKPT series I played,
Yeah.
and so that was the first bullet of the main event I ever played. Yeah, it was straight in.
Yeah. Can you remember much about the final table?
I remember a few hands where, like, I remember getting it in with a pair and a flush draw on the turn against a set, and making a flush on the river, and getting it in something like ace 5 off versus Jack, so Jack Hardcastle and winning. And kind of those 2 hands are the ones that kind of stick in my mind of like.
Probably not reminded of it too much by Jack, you know.
I think I can directly quote him saying, "I think I started your career." I think he said that. Yeah, kicked off your career or something. The sort of thing you would say.
Yeah. Obviously Vegas 2021 as well. Going out there.
Yeah.
Was that the first year you could go out, or was it just the first year that you wanted to go out?
So, what year are we in now? Vegas 2021.
How old are you, by the way?
25.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So it was the first year after lockdown.
Yeah.
First time I went out was because my friend Jack Oliver was going deep in the main, and I had a small piece of him.
Yeah.
And I was playing chasing the National League that year.
Yeah.
Right. So I was doing all these tournaments, and I was actually in a tournament in 25-25 at the end of the year in Bolton, and a few of us who were like friends with Jack and all had a small piece were texting each other like, "Oh my god, there's like 100 odd people left. We actually need to like book a flight and get out there, because if he makes the final turn, we have to be there."
I'm gonna say when you're scrolling through all the updates, day 7, day 8, day 9, you're like, this is real, this isn't it?
So my first Vegas trip was kind of booked while playing 25-25, and I remember getting an Uber from the 25-25 by my parents' house to pick up a bag of clothes and my passport to the airport. I remember the Uber cost me £450. Yeah. And then we got...
Obviously what Jack's done, you've got a piece of him. The Uber didn't really matter, but that was literally your first trip to Vegas.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was amazing. It was a good first time, yeah.
Doesn't get much better as an experience. Yeah. Obviously, flying out to Vegas, we know Jack did what he did, and the scenes on the rail. Yeah. You all got showered in champagne or whatever it was, Corona or whatever it was.
I think it was a beer rather than a glass of champagne, but yeah.
The experience with Jack, and obviously the railing him on the FD.
Amazing.
That would be. You had a couple of final tables as well.
Yeah, not quite WSOP final tables, but a few final tables here and there, and
we could do with Euan McNicholas on that. I'd be there.
That'd be fun.
We'd all be there in Vegas. That is for sure. But no, your first time in Vegas, that's just unbelievable. Just knowing that your first trip.
I know, and I spent quite a lot of time out in Vegas now, mainly playing cash, but I'm going in 2 days' time actually for the summer for 7 weeks. So can play tournaments all summer, which will be fun.
Very nice. You had a change. You had the Euan McNicholas. You had the Euan McNicholas look, and everybody in the card room knew when Euan McNicholas walked through the long locks, the flowing locks, the ponytail, the swish of the hair. What made you change, man?
I don't know, really.
Not saying it's a bad thing.
I had the hair kept growing through lockdown, and then kind of just kept it throughout. But it's a lot of effort having hair that long. You kind of gotta make sure
it's a uni look,
brush
and you obviously getting out of the uni look.
Yeah, but no, all gone now. It's been gone for a while, but no real reason, just kind of lots of small reasons.
Yeah. So we burst on the scene in 2021. 2022, what was that like?
Oof.
You had a couple of tables, couple of final tables of a bracelet event, but nothing as big as obviously the main event.
Yeah.
What was the experience like?
So I never final tabled a bracelet event.
No, all right. Okay.
I final tabled a load of GKPT stuff, which was good. But I took it a little bit easier in 2022. Yeah. After chasing the National League for the whole of the year before, it was.
But you do play a lot online, don't you?
Yeah.
It's not like we know you from live. Yeah. But you do play a lot online.
Yeah, no, I kind of play everything. Bit of online cash, online tournaments, live cash, live tournaments. I kind of just love it all. I like to mix it up. I get kind of stale if you do the same thing over and over. But yeah, 2021 was a fun year. Just travelled around the GKPT circuit a bit, did summer in Vegas.
But in 2022 we did final table at GKPT.
Yeah.
Blackpool.
Yes.
Was that the one that got away?
Yeah, that was.
If anybody runs bad at the wrong time, was that the one?
Yeah, that was a fun one. I kind of felt like a slight lost opportunity. I remember I made a hero call and lost to a bluff for a big pot, and then stone next hand, lost a flip, and I was out.
Yeah. And it's the amazing classic race 400 at the GUKPT Blackpool final. Unbelievable.
Euan needs help. Can find a queen now as well. Picked up 2 additional. 6 of spades, no help on the turn. So Euan down to ace, king or queen.
An ace, a king or a queen, and it's not, it's paint, but it's a jack. Which means we lose Euan McNicholas, eliminated in 4 for £37,840. The race of all races, as it happens. Well done, Euan. He'll be a little bit upset that he's not closed it out. You know, he had the chip lead for a while, and just one of them. You win that race, and it's obviously the other way around.
Yeah, the ace jack.
But Maxime, who chopped the mini 300, is now 300 for the main.
So I kind of went from thinking I was going to win it 4-handed to out in 2 hands, but it's what it is. You can't win every tournament.
No, that is true, and obviously we've had the win, we've had the big win. But I thought when we were watching, we just thought We just thought that that was just a getaway. We thought Euan McNicholas, this was your time. That's what we thought.
I thought so too.
Yeah. 20 last year. Obviously last year we get to Vegas. 16 times you cashed.
Oh yeah, it was
16. Is that a good thing to cash on a regular basis?
It's better to cash than not to cash. But
does it feel bad that they're not all bigger cashes?
Yeah, so I mean, I had a lot of caches, but I pretty much only had min caches throughout the series. I think I had like an 11th in an online bracelet, and then a 20th or something in a turbo event, turbo bracelet. But just lots of min caches. So I just played a lot. I had a bad summer. But
a bad summer and 16 caches.
Yeah, well,
good job we had 16 caches if it were a bad summer.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Your final table, when we get over here, your final table, 3 high rollers.
Yeah.
And the high rollers we've watched a lot of, they always seem to be tough fields.
Yeah.
But you do regularly well in the high rollers. What is it about the high rollers?
If you play a lot of them, eventually you'll find a table yourself. Yeah, I mean, all these things, that the GKPT high rollers, it's kind of, a lot of it's kind of the same group of people that play a lot of them, and just everyone's really tough. There's obviously a lot of pros that play them, but even the guys that aren't playing professionally, they're really good. Yeah. There's not that much difference between them. They play really good, play really solid. Yeah. And they're good structures. They get quite quick as well. So you just got to win some all-ins. They're a lot of fun. I really enjoy them.
Obviously, the optimum is the day 2 buy-ins, and we see a lot of late legs. Max late reg seems to be a big thing. Is it something you could put out there and say this is actually a good thing to do if you can do it?
Yeah. The max day regs are great fun. You kind of come in, spin it up or don't spin it up. You just got to be prepared to lose an all-in and you're home. Not much playing it sometimes.
No, absolutely not.
No, it can be a great opportunity.
If we are not playing live and you're playing online, do you have a structure to what you're going to be playing? Do you look at the games online? Do you think this is my kind of game?
Yeah.
What do you normally stick to?
Plan that out. Well, it depends if we're playing cash or tournaments. I don't normally mix them up, but if I'm playing cash, I'll just play probably 4 tables of whatever's running, and then play tournaments. I just look for the good tournaments, open the lobbies, and then reg them whenever I got space.
Yeah. And is that the same live? Do we have a calendar? Do we look and think I'm going there? I'm going there.
Yeah. Kind of a month in advance or so. I'll look, see what's on for the next month, and then plan it out, book some hotels, So I live in London now, so coming here to the Vic's great. I can walk here now, which is great.
Favourite comp of the year if it's not Vegas?
So like you said, I love the high rollers here. They're great fun. It kind of doesn't matter which casino it's in, as long as the structures are just good, not too long, not too short, over in 2 days. Yeah. Like, nice group of people, and I run pretty good on them.
Nice one. You just said you're going to Vegas in 2 days.
Yeah.
What's the plan? What's the schedule? Have we got one?
A loose one. I've got a spreadsheet with all the tournaments that are on. Yeah. I'll play every day probably. I'll probably have 2 days off over the summer, and then
2 days off.
Probably. Playing poker's always a day off, really.
You're there to play. You're not there to sunbathe.
Yeah.
I don't suppose.
Yeah, and some days you finish early.
So Vegas, obviously, the ultimate thing would be a bracelet.
Yep. That would be fun.
If not, would you feel really happy if one of your friends did
exactly
that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
On the final table rail.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some good rails during the summer, because someone I know will have some deep runs, and there'll be some.
They usually do.
Yeah, there'll be some good morale on the rail.
They usually do, and if we don't see it at the poker table, we'll see it at the bar somewhere. That's usually the case in Vegas. Isn't
it? Cheers, Tal, calling me out.
Euan's at the bar. He's not at the tables. We said you're 25, you're 26, you're 26 next. What's the longevity in this game? Can be 50, 60 years. We've got Willie Tan, 82 years old, final tabling last week. You know what I mean? Is this a game that you think you could actually stick at and really enjoy for a long, long time?
I mean, I love playing poker, but I don't think 6 months ahead. Asking me to think 50 years ahead is a little premature. But I love playing poker. I can't see myself doing anything else. Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed for Vegas this year, and fingers crossed for a long, long run. And if you're there, and then you're on an FT, the Tower Pom Poms are going to come out.
I can't wait.
Fingers crossed for then, and all the best for the future.
Thank you very much.
Euan McNicholas, thank you very much.
Cheers, Dale.
Top man.